On this week's Silver Screen Report, we're sharing tips for preventing the flu, acing the ACT or SAT, and applying for AP art classes.
Good afternoon, Dutch Fork. Today is Friday, February 7th, and your Silver Screen Report starts now.
The flu epidemic has become widespread across the nation. Landon Williams explains how the flu has affected Dutch Fork students and teachers.
With the beginning of a new year, the flu virus has seen a sharp increase across the nation.
In general, obviously good hand washing, good hygiene, coughing into your elbow, not into your hand, not touching your eyes or your face or your mouth or your nose. If you can't wash your hands, using hand sanitizer, not sharing utensils and food and straws and all that kind of stuff.
Washing your hands is a big one. Washing your hands, making sure that you are eating a good diet, high, especially in the wintertime, full of like vitamin C and nutrients. And I guess also if you see someone sick, don't drink their drink.
Even if you feel like you haven't been affected, you should take everyday preventatives, such as washing your hands, coughing into your elbow, and taking the flu shot.
You start to have that really I feel bad feeling. Nothing feels good, your muscles ache, you barely bump yourself and it feels like you've been hit with a ton of bricks. You start to get a fever, all of that kind of stuff. The best way to prevent the flu itself is to get the flu shot.
In general, you're just you're not doing your best work. And then students, a lot of times they'll miss a lot of class when they're sick, and that means they're missing instructional time. And so it just, kind of compounds on itself when you're missing so much time from school from being sick. The flu changes every year as to how strong it is or how, like this year, for instance, they say that it's really mild.
Any kind of sickness with a fever over 100, it is best to stay home because it is contagious and could quickly spread around to other people. This has been Landon Williams with their Silver Screen Report.
This week's Kids in the Hall, we asked students how they prevent sickness.
I go to the doctor so I can see what's wrong with me.
I say be really clean, wash your hands, avoid coughing on people and sneezing, always cover your mouth.
Ways to prevent from being sick is by washing your hands, making sure you don't take your hands and touch your eyes, mouth, and your face, because then that's an easier way to get sick.
I prevent being sick by keeping my hands washed, and usually when I wash my hands I use a lot of soap to make sure it suds up real nice.
Juniors and third-year students are expected to take their ACT or the SAT this quarter. Here's Myaja Gilmore with some tips for students who are scheduled to take their selected tests.
As the testing season is on its way, juniors and third-year high school students are expected to take the SAT or the ACT. Here are some test prep tips for you. Tip number 1. Take online practice tests. Use educational programs such as Khan Academy and the College Board to help you get an interpretation of what your selected test would be like. You can also use free educational resources that provide practice tests to help you. Tip number 2. Create a study schedule. Give yourself a self-assessment, find out what you need to study for, create a study schedule on how frequently you'll need to study. You can use Khan Academy to help you create one, or use the Reminder app on your phone. Tip number 3. Set some goals for your selected test by using the SMART method. Use the SMART method to set your goals for your selected test. Be sure that your goals are specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and timely. Tip number 4. Get a good night's sleep. You never want to show up on test day with lack of energy. Lack of energy will prevent you from doing your best. Tip number 5. Come equipped on test day. Bring a calculator and a number 2 pencil. Bring a snack if you feel like you'll be hungry after the test. Tip number 6. During the test session, don't get distracted by other students finishing before you. Don't rush through the test like a race. Even though both tests are timed, it's best for you to still take your time through each question. Last but not least, tip number 7. Have something planned to do after you're done with the test, whether it's reading a book or taking a nap. Something you can do quietly while the rest of the students are still testing. We hope that you can use these tips to help you through your test. Remember, juniors, that the ACT is scheduled to take place on February 25th and the SAT is scheduled on March 4th. Good luck, students, and this has been Maya Gilmore with your Silver Screen Report.
Students are now able to submit applications for both AP Art and Honors Art. Here's Jackson Johnson with the story.
Starting January 22nd, students have been able to submit applications for both AP and Honors 2D and 3D studio concentrations.
We're looking for students that, are able to manage their time well, students that are, open to trying new things, trying new materials, trying new techniques, and feel confident in their technical ability and their creativity.
It's recommended that students have taken at least 3 other art classes, and if they're applying for AP, have taken honors.
Done Photo 1 and Photo 2, digital art, design foundations, and art history.
Students currently in AP can give further insight to how the class functions.
It's really self-paced, and I really have to keep myself organized, because if not, then it's not like, oh, I just forgot this, can't turn it in, but no, it's my AP portfolio.
Applications are cut off by February 20th. This has been Jackson Johnson with your Silver Screen Report.
The SAT word of the week is aesthetic, an adjective meaning artistic or related to the appreciation of beauty.
You may wonder why your peers are carrying around doll babies. This is because students are taking the child development class and are learning how to properly take care of an infant. Here's Gabe Franklin with the story.
Child development is a class students can take to learn about the development of children from conception through early childhood. One major assignment in the class is the Baby Care Project.
You carry the baby around school and you learn different techniques on how to take care of the baby.
Students say they learn a variety of baby care skills during the project.
We do like baby care, like burping and rocking and stuff like that.
The project is unique to the child development class.
You take Miss Richmond's child development class.
Students say the child development class is beneficial to them.
Yes, I feel like it teaches you a lot, because you never really learn this stuff in the everyday world, and it's good for someone to teach you about how to take care of a baby.
This has been Gabe Franklin with your Silver Screen Report.
Prom tickets are now on sale. Here's Darren Maharaj with the details.
Prom is almost like a tradition that most schools have. Here at Dutch Fork, we ask some students what their opinions of prom are.
It's just nice to have a get-together where everybody can be in one, and be with their little spouse or whatever.
I think prom is like a fun, a classic tradition. It's like my senior year of high school and it's my last one, so why not?
I mean, yeah, kinda. It's kind of like something every high schooler does, or most.
I think prom's cool. It's fun. It's a little overpriced, but
You want to have fun for a night, whatever, get dressed up, show out, and it's cool.
People still enjoy it. People still make a big deal out of it. I mean, the whole promposal thing was not a big deal whenever I was in high school, but it kind of started to phase around a little bit later on.
A lot of people are choosing not to go to prom and they don't find it to be necessary, but yes, I do feel like the tradition is fading.
It's a time where the school community and the school spirit can really come together and actually dance, laugh, and have a good time.
And now for some announcements. Horace is now selling its annual singograms for Valentine's Day. Your loved one will be serenaded on Valentine's Day during 8B. Sales continue until next Wednesday in the Commons during lunch. Dance Marathon tickets will be sold next week during lunch. Your $10 advance ticket purchase includes food and all games and activities during the February 21st event. All money goes towards the Children's Hospital. Now here's Amaya with more.
Thanks, Jonathan. Do you need to make up in attendance for your first semester classes? Additional makeup days are scheduled for February 10th and 13th. A payment of $15 per class must be paid to attendance. Ask your homeroom teacher for more information. A representative from Francis Marion will be here Tuesday during both lunches in room 202 for an interview day and the possibility of getting accepted into college on the spot. If you are interested in attending Francis Marion in the fall, see Career Development Facilitator Nancy Erler in room 202 to sign up for an interview time. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
You wonder why your peers are carrying around.
Come on. You got this.
You
got this.
You just gonna
Cheese in that one.
no be your while you're here.
Cheers.
Cheers.